Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another week of Bibbidi Bobbidi Bros. I'm Josh. This is Pierce.
Heyo.
Today, we're going to get into alternative things to do on your Disney trip that are not necessarily the parks. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit. How's your week been? Anything new? Anything good going on? It's been pretty steady for me. So,
Yeah, I
you
mean
know,
everything's pretty much going. We haven't started spring break yet, so that's not till next week. So the goal is to I took a few days off next week so I can work around the house, and I'm gonna drop the girls off at my mother-in-law's, so I'll have time off and hopefully get some projects done around here, and I'll be excited to get those done. They've been on the to-do list for some time, so that'll be good. But
yeah.
other than that, about it. Girls are sick right now, so that's fun. First cold of the year.
Yeah, that
So yeah,
stinks. Yeah,
it's got
yeah.
that. The weather's been changing so much, so they're it's not surprising. So
Yeah, plus you got a 5-year-old that's in preschool now and running around with all kinds of people. I mean,
absolutely.
those first few years of school are a nightmare for illnesses because it's just
Yeah.
we even saw an uptake just after masks came off, and this isn't an advocation for masks or anything, but it's just that kids got more comfortable with just being like touching and not hand sanitizing as much as they used to, and we just saw an uptick in the number of colds the girls brought home after that. So that was interesting. But we have hit spring break. My kids are in the thick of it. They're doing a pretty good job entertaining themselves. They've already asked for McDonald's once this week while I was at work. So, a good effort on them. I denied that request. Said we will get it later this week, though. But I might switch it up and go to the Pizza Hut buffet. If you know the Pizza Hut buffet, it's creme de la creme. So we'll see.
That's right up there with Ponderosa buffet.
Dude, don't get me started on that Ponderosa buffet. That's quality food right there. Them chicken wings, baby.
Huh.
The free ice cream, well, the unlimited ice cream, not free, but and the rolls. Oh man, I need some Ponderosa in my life. So good. I talk about this all the time. Does anybody else remember when Wendy's had a salad bar? Like you'd go into Wendy's.
You know what? Now that you say that, so we had to go to the Wendy's. I think we went to the Wendy's that you may have worked at when I was little. Obviously,
Thanks
you
for
weren't working
bringing
there
that up.
then.
Yeah, I'm a Wendy's
Well,
worker. Back in my
just
glory
for
days.
a short stint, just short stint. But yeah, I think I do remember that because I feel like I remember my mom always wanted to get a salad at the salad bar at Wendy's,
They had
which
this.
seems bizarre.
They had this bread. I don't know. It was like Half Moon bread. It was kind of crunchy but soft. It was like kind of like garlic bread. But I don't know what the hell it was. Dude, it was so good. And then they'd have like, I was real picky eater. Like I wouldn't even eat French fries back then. So I would eat like strawberries from the salad bar and bread
and chocolate pudding.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it was. My mom's like, "Who goes to Wendy's for this?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Me. I loved it, but whatever."
the Wendy's.
But I always ask people because most people are like, "Dude, I've never been to a Wendy's with a salad bar." That's where I learned about how the window you're supposed to lean over it in case you don't spit or sneeze on.
Yeah, you don't get
food.
up under.
That's where they were teaching me that at the Wendy's of all places. Weird. But,
you don't pull the food out with your hands.
Right. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
And one plate every time. Don't reuse your plate. You learn these things early. But my kids learned that at the Pizza Hut buffet. So,
My kids are learning that at Disney.
Well, yeah, there you go. Some of us are a little more bouge than the rest of us. But there's not a lot of Disney news this week. The big Disney news revolves around politics, and we're not going to get into that. So, if you hear of anything, hit us up in the chat. Maybe we can touch on it next week. But everything that I've read has just been speculation stuff. Nothing hard that I would even want to comment on or that has any impact on day-to-day Disney as it is. So,
yeah, the only thing that I wanted to say was there's like a small correction on what we'd previously talked about with the dining plan. I was just reading something today that was saying that the free dining plan for resort stay is only for kids. So just make sure you guys look into that because that could be not true. I don't know. I just saw that and I thought that's weird that it's only for 3 to 9. Um,
Yeah.
so, if
That's
that's
coming
the
from
case, then
Pierce, not
that's
me.
yeah, you're right.
No, nothing
But
to do with the dining plans.
but if that's the case, that's a terrible deal. So hopefully that's not the case. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably still do it though. Free food for my
I don't know.
kids. They
I don't
don't
even
eat
know
that
how it
much.
works. Like, my phone dropped. Oh my goodness, I'm
Oh.
here. Uh, so I don't know how that would work as far as like, do you still I wonder if you still have to get the dining plan for yourself and, your kids will, that's the only way. I don't know how it
Oh
works
no, if
because
you
it'd
gotta
be
do
weird to go
that,
like, my kid's on the dining plan, but I'm not.
that's what I was about
I,
to be prepared to do though. I'm not
well, I
buying
mean,
it.
they're
I
just
mean, I
getting
get
chicken
it,
nuggets
but
and French fries
yeah,
anyway. So what do I
yeah.
know?
I mean,
So
that's
it
fine.
actually
Yeah, I
it
don't
saved
know.
me $20 a day because all they do is split their meals anyway at Disney, or they eat my food.
Oh, that's a
So
good point. It's probably not that big
yeah,
of a savings at the end.
no,
Splitting meals is the way to go. I know we've hit that dad advice before, but I'm just
yeah,
for the sake of it for this content, split your meals, try different things. There's so much to
yeah,
eat at Disney World. It's worth
yeah.
it.
Well, and you can get a meal, and then like if you're still hungry, go either get more or go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying.
yeah,
Totally. That's what I mean. So
yeah,
unless you're hitting up the buffets, then smash.
yeah, yeah.
All you
Get
can eat,
after it.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not too much though. Don't eat too much meat. Those meat sweats
And
are
yeah, you don't want to be like
awful,
Pierce. Oh, Pierce,
awful.
twice he's gotten sick now
They'll
at the
ruin.
same
They'll ruin a
place.
day. I'll tell you, they'll ruin a day. Huh. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Let's talk about some alternatives to parks and what you can do at Disney. I'll start. Mine's basic, and I just want to hit it because I know it's not something we really prepped, but strongly consider a pool day for your young kids because even though it's Disney, kids just love a swim day, just to have fun and not on a schedule. And if you can fit one in the middle of your trip, it's a great idea. So that's pretty standard. There's not a lot to say about that other than the pools at a lot of the resorts are really cool in terms of theming. So, give it a go if you got the extra time.
Right. And we talked about that previously about resort stays, like
Yep.
where to pick. Definitely look if you do plan on doing like a 7-day trip and you're going to have 3 pool days, really look into the pools. I mean, because there are
Yes.
some cool slides and that kind of stuff
Oh, yeah.
at moderate level places that are resorts that might be worth the extra bucks because then you're not spending them at parks and all that other stuff because, your kids want to stay at the pool.
Yep. All right. What's your next one? What would you suggest people try?
Well, because you talked about pools, I think we talked about this previously, but I just want to hit it up again. Is like the Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, whichever one's
Oh,
open, because the one's always open and one's always getting refurbished at the other time. So I think Lagoon's open right now. If you want to go do that and you're really into water parks and that kind of stuff, that's a good choice. It's obviously still going to cost. It's not cheap still. It's not like it's you know you're not going to be saving a whole lot going there. But it is a completely different experience from going to the parks. We went there on our last trip. I didn't ride any water slides really. We rode like one thing and a raft, and that was fine. And we did the lazy river, but I spent like the whole time, hanging out with my kids in the sand and going out for the tidal wave thing.
yeah.
So that was awesome. So no, nobody else in my family would swim out that far, but like my mother-in-law is just like waving at me as I'm getting demolished by waves. So,
Destroyed.
it was awesome. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Typhoon Lagoon's and they have their own food stuff there and their own,
They got their own pin.
I was just
Gotta
going to
get your
say
pin.
their own merchandise that'd be
Yeah.
worth getting. Now I didn't, my biggest complaint with that stay was the only Typhoon Lagoon pens they had were Stitch pens
I
and
love
I don't
Stitch.
buy Stitch pens. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll pass for right now. Hopefully, I know Stitch is like the face of Typhoon Lagoon. So, you know, maybe they'll have other pens at some point. So I'll pick one up then.
I will say I had a blast when I went there because we went because I don't know if they're still running it or not, but they your first day when you get into property was free entrance into the water parks, which is a
Hmm.
heck of a benefit if you want to try it. Like, it was cool. I had a blast. It's not your typical Disney thing, but we had so much fun. But I'm a water park person. I love that kind of stuff. But it was just a great way to start the trip. I never thought of starting the trip at your water resort, but it was a lot of fun. Kind of got us kicked off, and we had something to do that first day, and then we took off after that. So that's a good advice. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and one other like small complaint about Typhoon Lagoon. I had a really good time there. I would do it again, but I didn't think it was Disney enough. I don't know if you felt that way too.
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted it to
themed.
be more Disney.
Yeah, it's themed in its unique, cool way, but it is not Disney themed per
No,
se,
it's more
and
like
neither is Blizzard
luau
Beach
type.
really.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do a little more, I think, at Blizzard Beach because I haven't been since I was a kid, but now I guess there's a lot. There's a little bit of Frozen that's tied
Mm.
into that, and I think especially maybe I felt somebody told me that the holidays were they did some cool things there, but don't quote me on that because I haven't actually been there for that. But
Yeah.
that would be cool, kind of like the one golf course, the putt putt golf, which I'll lead into as my next suggestion is
Hmm.
mini golf. There's two mini golf courses that I know of on Disney property, and like two separate locations. And I think
Yeah,
each
two
one
locations.
has two
Two
courses
Yeah.
on it.
Hmm.
So I don't want to misspeak there. But if you stay at a Disney resort, your magical extras include free mini golf at either you could pick one or the other, and you
Yeah.
could go play a free round. Now you can pay to play all the rounds if you want to. You are going to have to find transportation over there. There are some ways to get to each one a little more conveniently, so you'll need to look that up. I found it was just easier for me to Uber, get
Yeah,
there,
and when we went
get
and did it,
back.
we Ubered and it was fine.
It wasn't that expensive. It
No,
was
and we made a
fine.
day of Ubering around that day, so that was actually a
Yep.
good use of our time too.
Yep. So the mini golf courses are fun. Look at each one. Some of them, they have one course that you and I played. It's widely considered one of the most challenging mini golf courses
Yeah, you
in
whooped
the
me.
country. I
Whooped
beat you
me.
by like two or three.
I think it was more than that.
I
That
don't
was,
think
I
it
feel like
was.
it was, I mean, I nearly lost the ball. I mean, I hit it so hard off that mountain.
You did launch that thing.
I was
Uh,
mad.
but then I played like the winter course or whatever with my kids, and all the holes funneled in. So if you got close to the hole, you were making it. So you got different levels
Yeah.
of difficulty depending on how old your kids are and what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, ton of fun though. If you've got a free day to kill, it's free. All you gotta do is pay for the transportation over there, and
But that's free
Yeah.
if you stay at the resorts.
if you stay at the resorts,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it costs for a round of golf there. I'll look it up real quick.
Can't imagine it's more than $15 a person.
Mini golf at Walt Disney World costs approximately $19 per adult and $12 per child. Not
Okay.
surprising,
That's about 15
for what
bucks
you
per
would
person when
expect.
you have a
Family
family of
four.
four, two adults, two kids. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Makes sense.
$60 to go play mini golf. Maybe a little pricey for some people, but I mean, honestly, they're kept up. They're decent courses, and
Yeah.
especially if you stay on property, that's a $60 value. Go do it. It's fun if you have
It
time.
is fun. And I think that that might be something that my wife is not really into putt putt as much as I am. Like she'll play it, but I don't think it's something that she wants to be like drug out to do. But I might try to go do the Christmas course because I haven't done that one yet. So on
Yeah.
our next trip, that might be a fun little John out to do for. I mean, it only takes like an hour to play the course, and
Yeah.
you know, so
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a good way to spend time, and uh, like I said, if it's free, or included at least with your stay, and you have the time to do it. It's fun.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
I'll let you talk about the golf because I've never played golf there. So
Okay.
my next thing would be obviously Disney Springs. We probably should have started off with Disney Springs.
Disney
We
Springs the
talked about
ultimate.
Yeah, we talked about Disney Springs in the past about the food, but there's other things to do there. They have I'm a pen trader, and they have a trading pen place or a place to buy the trading pens, which is
Would you
a
argue that
decent.
that's probably the best spot to get pins? Just generic pins, not a specific to a location. Do you think that's the best store?
Well, obviously,
Or
it's the
would
best store not in a park. Um, but if you're going to go to a park, I'd say like Main Street's probably still the best.
okay,
Um,
that's
I
your
think
pick,
they have pretty much everything except like park exclusive pens.
right?
Um, but like my parents were just went to Disney Springs because they go to Florida every year, and they stop in. They don't go to Disney, but they go to Disney Springs, and they stopped in and they picked me up some pens when
Oh,
they
that's
called
cool.
me, like FaceTime me, and were like, "Hey, is there anything you want?" And I was like, "Well, since you're there, so
Yeah,
so yeah, so um, it's a good spot." And then they also have the Wonderful World of Disney or whatever, the big Disney store that's
yeah,
there that is definitely something you should check out. It doesn't have all the park stuff, but it has everything you'd want on from shop or Disney, the Disney store online, the .com. And then they have plus. There's
yeah.
other stuff they have there. They have some clearance, and they have a lot of lounge fly bags and wallets, and then they have the Spirit jerseys, toys, towels, plushies, pens. I mean, they have a whole bunch of stuff
It's
to
huge.
to look at. Yeah, it is really big. It's like the
It is
size of
huge.
what like 4 or 5 stores basically when you
Yeah,
if you separate them out. So I mean, it's really big. And then like other things at Disney Springs you have is like they have bowling there, they have a movie theater there, they have tons of shops to walk around and look at. If you lose your Oakleys, you can buy them there. They have
that's
coffee.
unnecessary. That's unnecessary.
They have coffee shops. They have
Yeah.
ice cream. They have Gideon's cookies, which is
Oh
there,
yeah,
which
that's
is a
the
big
best.
fan favorite. Yeah. So there's
Gotta
just
do
so
it.
much to do at Disney. You can spend a whole day at Disney Springs. They also have the Cirque du Soleil, or however you say that.
Yep.
That's there and where they do their show. So
And you can
you know
take
you
the pontoon boat over to get beignets over at Riverside, which is a
yes.
quick jaunt. But
Mhm. You can do that. You can do the walking path and go to Saratoga Springs and those over there. There's a lot you can do over there that I think everybody should take a look. It's free.
yep,
You have a bus that will take you there from your resort, or if you're not staying at a resort, it's not that hard to get to. So and they have parking there. So it's a pretty good day. It's a full day and like we previously talked, it's got some good food too.
yeah, a lot of good food. I mean, I feel like every park probably has a restaurant that I would like to eat at, but Disney Springs has a few. I mean, you're gonna eat good if you want to there. So,
Right.
that's a great suggestion. I don't know how that wasn't the first thing we mentioned. It's obviously my first pick every time I go.
Yeah.
So,
Like we usually
excuse me.
make a Disney Springs day. So
So do we.
that's just planned in. That's usually our first day that we get there, unless there's some kind of deal on the water parks or something like that.
Yes.
If there isn't a deal on a reason to go somewhere else, we usually go to Disney Springs that day and then see what else is there to do.
Yeah, there have been times where I only do 3 of the 4 parks, and I still go to Disney Springs for a day
Right.
because it's just one. It's free; you don't have to spend anything. But if you want to, you can. And they have a Christmas store
Right.
there that if you want an ornament, it's epic.
I
Like
didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's
yeah,
another good thing. And
that's a
you can get them what do you call
personalized.
it? Yeah, personalized.
Yeah, yeah. So hit up that stuff. You mentioned the golf earlier. I have played the Magnolia course at Disney World. That was fun. They have the iconic sand trap shaped as the hidden Mickey head,
Hmm.
which is really cool. I had a lot of good fun. It was a nice course. Is it anything that's like they've played PGA Tour events there, so it's well kept. It's been a while now, but they were
Do they have any
redoing it when I was
Disney?
there.
Do they have like any Mickey type stuff there or Disney stuff when you're actually playing, or is it basically just a golf course?
I think the like your tee box, like
The markers.
the markers are Mickey heads, if I remember right, which is
Okay.
kind of cool. But there's not a lot outside of that. But
Okay.
if you're a golf person like we are, exclusive merch at the clubhouse is
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
It is fire.
Yeah.
Like I
I
spend
know. I
more
wish I would
money
have bought
there.
some. I wish I would have
Man.
bought some when we were there. That's just
Yeah.
expensive though. So I was like, ooh.
Don't get me wrong, it's not cheap, but for me, they get my money. Like I could go to Disney. I have gone to Disney before and only bought like a pin or 2 pins or a magnet and a pin and walked away, and that's all I get. I'll buy stuff for other people, but for me. But if I show up at that clubhouse, I'm screwed. Like, so I'm buying 3 shirts. They're $100 a piece at least. Sometimes you get the buy 2 get 1 free or half off deals they run, but you're paying a ton either way, so it doesn't
It's
matter.
always
But
a premium.
I got you the putter head, which was really cool.
Yes.
You can't get that
I know,
anywhere else.
I use that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just some cool things, and it's like it's golf brand Callaway,
Mhm.
you know, whoever. It's all of them, but it's a cool thing. Even if you just get over there to look at the tour, the pro shop, tell them, hey, I just come in here to shop. They'll let you through, and
Yeah. And they
You'll
have
have a great time.
they have the Mickey golf cart outside.
at the Magnolia, you got to go to
Yes.
the Magnolia if you want that photo op. They have 3 courses on Disney property. I can't remember the names of them off the top of my head. I had them up here. But, oh, yeah, the Disney Palm and the Disney Lake Buena Vista. Nice
Yep.
courses, too. There's Disney Oak Trail, which is a 9-hole course if you want to do that. They have some deals sometimes that if you go, like, later at night, you can play 9 holes for pretty cheap. Like, the golf wasn't overly expensive in my mind when I got that deal. And it also came with, like, a hot dog and 2 drinks. So I was like, heck yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
got two pops and a hot dog I played 9 holes. It was like $45, but that's Disney price. So, you kind of.
Well, I don't even, but if you think about like a really nice course around here, if you
Yeah,
played
you're
9
gonna-
holes, you got a hot dog and 2 pops, it's probably going to cost you $40.
Yeah,
So did you get a cart with that too?
that was with the cart. I did
I was
get,
assumed. I assume it was.
I did get paired up with another couple, but they were
Yeah.
great, and that was fine. I knew that would
thought you were
happen.
gonna say. I thought you were going to say I did get mustard on my shirt.
Well, first of all, I did not wear the purchase shirts. I know myself better than that, so I would never. But yeah, I walked away. I spent like $350, $400. It was insane. And then I went back with you another
Yeah.
time. I bought more stuff.
Yeah, I know, and I'm so jealous of all the stuff you were buying because
Oh, man.
like I wouldn't have bought the same shirts as you because you would like to wear a little more subdued colors.
Yeah.
Or me, I'm like, give me
You
the
like the-
neon pinks and greens and
Yeah.
blues and oranges and brightness and all that kind of stuff. So I was like eyeing some shirts that I was like, they were like literally like $95, and I was
They
like,
are.
oh.
Yeah.
I mean, how
It's hard
often am
to-
I going to wear that shirt? You know.
That's the problem. It's like it's expensive, but then I'm like, if I don't buy a lot of other pins, I did sacrifice other things because I don't have the money to just go do all of it. And I spent more than I
Sure.
should have, way more than I should have. But dang, if I haven't got good use out of them, I wear them every time I go golfing because I play maybe if I'm lucky once every other week at the beginning of the year and in the fall.
Yeah.
I do love them. I suggest
But
anybody go check out
Gwen
the
gave me
clubhouse.
and Gwen gave me the business about not buying myself a shirt because when I got back, she was like, "Was there anything you wanted to get that you didn't?" I was like, "Well, there was this pink and white striped shirt
Yeah.
that just was fire." That I was like, "I probably should." And she was like, "Why didn't you?" And I was like, "Because it was $95 or something like that."
Yeah.
So, and then I'd
We'll
spend
go
money
back.
on everything else. Oh yeah, I definitely
go
wouldn't
back.
mind
We'll
going
get
back
it.
and
Yeah.
perusing
Maybe we'll just
through
play.
again.
What if you can rent clubs there? I don't
No,
know.
dude, I'm telling you, there should be a time where we, in our later years, where we drive down there with our clubs and play
just play
every
some
course.
courses. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
That
just
would
play
be a fun
every
trip.
one of those courses. Yeah, I mean, you talked about doing a golf trip. You were teasing our
would
wives
be.
about that the other
Yeah.
day about Pierce and I we're just gonna do a golf trip. That would be the golf trip. Just be like, yeah, we're going
That
on a
would
golf
be.
trip. And in Florida at Disney.
Yeah, I mean, you got to slide in a
That's-
couple park
it's
days
so-
too.
It's so on the nose that we would have a golf trip that's at Disney.
Yeah, totally. God,
Yeah.
that'd be fun
Yeah.
though. I'd have a great time.
Yeah. Maybe that
Find
should be
two
our
more
next
people.
big trip. Our
Maybe it
next
should.
dude's trip. See if we
Yeah.
can get Brad to go with us.
like a week
Our
long.
golf buddy.
We golf it up and
Yeah.
have a day,
Putt some too.
dude. We'd have a good time.
Putt championships. Oh my God. We'd spend so much
Long time
money. We'd
listener
do so
Brad,
much-
don't miss out. Don't
Yeah,
miss
that's
out,
right.
buddy.
That's right.
Mr.
So, are
Patreon
you-
himself.
Yeah, Mr. Patriot. Are you good talking? Or is there anything else you want to add about playing golf
Um,
course?
no, not at the golf course. I'm done with that. So we can move
Okay.
on.
Oh,
I could talk about
and
the golf course too long.
what I was saying at the Magnolia though, they do have this Mickey uh golf cart that's really
Yes.
cool that I think you got pictures in front of. I didn't because I was like, well, I never played golf here, so I didn't really have an attachment to it. That was another thing that I was like afterwards. I was like, well, that was kind of bonehead because it was really cool. It would have been a neat picture for the two of us to take, but I wasn't thinking that way. I was just we were waiting on our Uber, and I was watching for our
Yeah.
Uber, and I get antsy about that stuff. So,
It's okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, that's the last thing I want to say there. So,
I will say though,
the
one last thing. It's a high end
yeah, sure,
course.
yeah.
You made me think of this. It's a high end course, so be prepared to tip the guys who will take your bags, clean them up, your clubs, put them on the cart for you. Bring money to tip because if
Yeah,
you're
that's
someone
good
who
thinking.
plays cheap courses, typically, you
Public.
don't want
We
to
like to
feel.
say public courses. Just
Yeah, you
public.
call it whatever you want. Public. Yeah. You don't want to look out of place, right? Like everybody wants
Right.
to like to fit in. So, bring
Oh,
some
and
money.
real quick, let me ask you this: was it hard to get a tee time? Did you call ahead, or did you just
I
walk
didn't. I think
in?
I
Or
did it online, I believe, and
okay,
it wasn't. I did it. I did it last minute because I went down to play golf with my uncle, and his golf course because of the hurricanes were completely flooded. Like I saw an alligator swimming across the green. Like it
yeah,
was like we're talking like 4 foot, 3 foot above the green. So it was a mess. We were never going to play on it. But it's more elevated over where Orlando was and wasn't as covered, and I had no issue getting on there. I mean, they had a
okay,
couple spots where it was like 90. Golf carts were 90-degree only turns,
yeah,
and there are parts of that course if you've been to nice courses where the GPS will shut down the cart because it's a non-cart area. They're not going to let you on there, so your cart just stops, and then you've got to like push it back. One part wasn't even designated a non-cart zone, and my cart just stopped. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me, dude! Like, come on!" So here's me pushing this cart back, about 10 feet. So I make the turn, but
Well,
yeah,
that's a good thing though. So just if you're looking into it, you should probably try to get tee times. I'm assuming most golf courses do a 2 week tee time advance. So if
yeah,
you're looking into it, try to get it as soon as you
get it
can, just
early.
to make sure you get
Yes,
that time. And
and
yeah,
I did the late night special, which was right before sunset and all that. So that's what's
there's a
mostly going
reason
to be
why it's
open.
available. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
You're not
So
going to get that 8:20 tee time in the morning that for
nah,
18. So yeah,
you need to be
call
early on
ahead
that.
or do it
Yeah,
online or whatever, however you do it. Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Um, so next, I would say so one thing that my wife and I love to do, obviously, we like to buy things. We love shopping.
What?
Now, when I say we love shopping, I don't like shopping for anything except Disney. Like
Yeah,
Disney is the only thing I enjoy shopping for outside of going to Costco. Uh, so like,
and garage sailing.
well, yeah, I don't count that as shopping.
Okay,
That's treasure
that's
hunting.
working.
That's
Yeah,
straight
okay.
treasure hunting.
Treasure hunting.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
so anyway, but the one thing we like to do together is go to the outlets. And
Yeah.
they have the Character Warehouse at one of the outlet malls that
Yep.
is a fun stop each time. I will say my recent complaint is I don't feel like there's a lot of turnover on products like they've had in
Mm-hmm.
the past. Like
Yeah.
they still have Christmas stuff from this past Christmas there, and they still had Halloween stuff, and it's like at a certain point, like you need to get new stuff in there. So,
Yeah.
but
I think it's
yeah, it's a great stop.
important to note that that stuff comes from the parks. Like that is one of the one or two locations that primarily gets merch directly from the parks, not just leftover like just regular merch. So it's a good
Right.
find. You usually can find something that's unique or that's nice there. But you're right. I have felt like the turnover's been less, and a lot of the things that I'm getting there. Well, they've got a lot of people who are vlogging, and they're selling things live, and so people are reselling. You're fighting with that crowd, whereas 10
Yeah.
years ago that wasn't as much of as heavy of a
Right.
thing 15 years ago, but still a great place. You're right.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, you can get good things. They have Spirit jerseys there that you can get for that are normally $70 or $80 or $80 or $90, and they're $30. I got I want to say it's an Epcot one, not my Epcot one, my Tomorrow World
Mhm.
Spirit jersey. I got it there. I think it was like $25, which was normally an $80 Spirit jersey. And I literally looked at it at the park and I thought about buying it. And I was like, no, I don't need this. I've already got, 4 other on this trip. So I don't need it. And then we went to the Character Warehouse outlet and it was there for like $25. And I was like, yes, please. And then Gwen was like, yes, please.
It's funny.
So
Normal people are like, "Hey, mom, I need new clothes," or "Hey, wife, Pierce's cost 10 grand to go down and get a new
yeah.
wardrobe of like 10 new Spirit jerseys. That's what he wears on the regular.
I mean,
But
I literally I went over to your house yesterday wearing one. I might have been
I know
wearing
you
this
did.
one. I don't know. Yeah, this one right here. This one I
Eh,
got thrifting though. $5 at a Goodwill.
that's a
That was
heck
a
of a
win.
deal.
I mean, yeah.
Didn't
I
we
was not
pay
complaining about
like
that.
$8 for our Spider-Man zip-up hoodies? You found
Yes.
those. It was like
Yes.
$8. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite hoodie ever, but it's still a cool hoodie for
Oh, dude,
$8
I
all
think it's.
day.
I haven't worn that enough, and you just reminded me that I'm sure that's in like the bottom of my
The
sweatshirt bag. I
rotation.
need to
Yeah,
get that. Yes,
you
I
don't
need to
get
get
to
that
that
one out because
one.
that
Yeah.
one's sweet. Because I have a Coco
Yeah.
one too that I got for super cheap.
I know. I'm jealous
Yeah,
of that one. Man,
yeah, that one.
kills me.
Oh,
That
and I
one's
actually got I literally got a size too big because I was like, they didn't have my size, and I was like, you know
yeah.
what? I don't care. I'll shrink it. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever because it's so
Put this
sweet. And
thing.
I think it was like $12 or something. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
they're practically giving it away.
Yeah, that is. I mean, on Disney
So
terms, that pretty much is.
yeah. So
So,
that it's a good stop.
yeah.
It is. You do have to get an Uber or a ride share or whatever to get over there. So it's
That
not
one's
like
going to
it's
be a
on
little
property.
pricier too because it is further away. It's probably a 30-minute drive.
Yeah,
But
it's a little bit of a trek, but it's fun. Gwen and I usually when we go over there, they have an ice cream place there. We usually get ice cream or we'll get pretzels or something like that,
yeah,
and kind of have a good time. And just there's other shopping to do there too.
yep.
I don't go to those shops unless Gwen
Not
wants
true.
to. But
Not true.
what? Where do I
You
go?
got shoes. You got shoes last
Oh,
time.
that's right. We went to the
Yeah.
Nike. Yeah, because I was an idiot and brought one pair of shoes that were like beat to hell.
Yeah.
And I did what I
Oh,
told you never to do and buy shoes on vacation and then wear them for 10,000
you know,
or not 10,000 for like what,
20.
20 miles? Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So, yeah. And
It can
yeah,
come in clutch, is all I'm saying. There are
I
other
wore 'em
things you might need it
but
for.
I wore those things so much. They were, and I never blistered either. They were glorious.
It
So,
was nice.
yeah, I forgot about
You
that. That
talked
place
about it
was
a lot.
packed too.
It
That
was
place was
crazy.
packed. Like it was
Yeah.
hard to get a seat to try on shoes. But
I
anyway,
finally found a
I
seat
usually
just to sit down, and you're like, "You good, dude?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, I'm good now."
I'm good now.
Just-
Yeah, I kept checking.
good
So I was like,
now.
well, here's the thing. I said I don't like shopping. The reason why I don't like shopping for anything other than Disney, Disney stuff, if I look at it and I like it, I'm like, well, I can't get this anywhere else. So this is the moment. I'm
Sure.
going to buy it. With other things like shoes, I'm like, well, I like compare and contrast. I'm like, well, I like this. This shoe
Mhm.
feels good on the heel. This shoe feels, and I'll just keep fighting myself in my mind forever. So
Yeah.
I think we were there for like an hour because I was just
Yeah.
looking at different shoes, and oh my god, and I was driving myself nuts looking at shoes.
It was well
So
worth it because you had a much better experience without your feet killing you.
yeah,
So
and I do still enjoy those shoes. So
yeah,
it was a good buy. But
it's
anyway,
goodbye.
so that's an option there. But normally I don't go
Yeah,
anywhere
I
other
know.
than there. So
I know, but if you're gonna call me out for the Oakleys that I lost, you
It's
you
fair.
get what you get. Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
No, I love that place. If you're driving, you got to go to it. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
off the highway. It's like off 4 or something like that. I can't remember, but you're a fool if you don't get in there half a day early or something and hit that up. And you could end up buying a ton of authentic Disney merch at 10-20% the cost. So big fan of that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I know there is. We kind of talked earlier today about the antique store that sells. I don't know the name of it, but you got to look it up online. There's an antique store.
There's a couple of them, but they're
There
not
are.
close either.
They're not at all. They are a ways away and not a convenient ways away, but they
Yeah.
do sell authentic things that were in the parks, like used in the parks sometimes. if you're driving and you got enough room, that is a unique gift that you could buy yourself or somebody that you're not going to get anywhere else.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you my parents bought some chairs from one of those places?
no,
They on their last trip. I can't believe I tell you this. They got, I think, 2 chairs that were at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So they have like
you're like,
they're like zebra heads on the back.
yeah, you're like, hey, when it's your time to go,
Oh,
everybody
they've
else
been
can have the
claimed.
house
Yeah,
and
they've been
everything
claimed.
else, but I need those chairs. Now
Yeah,
that I'm
absolutely. They've
jealous
already been
again.
claimed.
Dang,
Yeah, and
that's
they're
awesome.
like indoor outdoor chairs, so you could technically have them outside. So
That's
I don't know how
cool.
they would do in this weather, but
Yeah,
still, it would be pretty
that
cool
is
to have
cool.
those
That's
chairs.
real cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, because my mom calls me out of the blue and she's like, "Hey, what do you think about these chairs?" And I was like, "They're fine."
Duh.
She was like, "Well, they're Disney chairs." And I was like, "Oh, I recognize those chairs now."
Yeah,
I've sat in chairs just like that at Animal Kingdom
yeah,
Lodge. So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So
Um,
they have a lot of stuff at those shops, though.
they do. That's a pretty fun thing you can do. We've given plenty of options. Do you have anything else? I only got one more, maybe.
The only obvious thing is there are other options. You have SeaWorld, you have Universal Studios,
Oh,
you have
I got a funny
all that
story
stuff.
about that. Yeah.
So you have all those options. So, whatever you're really into, those are also options too. And when our kids are older, I'm sure we'll do some of the Universal Studios and all that Epic Universe and whatnot. So, and the
Yeah.
Harry Potter and all that. So I'm sure at some point we'll do that. They're just not the age yet. I know your kids like some of that stuff, right?
Yeah, so funny story. When we went in our 2022 trip with you guys, one of the things we did, that was Alex was like 5, and so she loves art, and so we found this Crayola experience that was widely considered to be great. And you go there and you learn about the history of Crayola, and you do all these arts and crafts and fun things. You can create your own crayon and take it home. And I do say crayon just so we're
Crown.
clear. Not crowns, not crayons. Crayon. It's just a crayon. But
I didn't know there was a U in crayon, but it's fine.
well, you know. But so we did that, like, I don't know if that was earlier on, but it was at least not, it was before we went to Epcot. It's late at night. We're at Epcot. My kids are having a great time. We're leaving for the night though. And we're going through the big store. As you're leaving out the front, it's the one that's to the right. I can't remember the name of it, but it's their big merch store there.
Yeah.
And we get up there. The girls are excited, and the cast member can tell that they're excited. And they go, "Oh, you had a good time?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Tell me, what was your favorite thing you've done at Disney?"
Oh no.
They go, "Oh, the Crayola experience." And I was like, "Oh my!" I literally said out loud, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Dude, that's not." I looked down. That's not even Disney. This girl was cracking up.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
like,
sure the cast member thought it was great.
she thought it was great. I was like, "I'm sorry," and she's like, "Honestly, I've heard great things about the Crayola experience." So that was so funny. That's one of those memorable things you never forget. But
Yeah.
yeah. But my only other thing that I would suggest before we're kind of done with it is that there's a lot of value to me in resort hopping. I like checking out all the different resorts. It costs nothing. You can see them. Maybe book a dinner reservation at one so you can actually sit down and enjoy it. That goes back to the whole food conversation. But even if you just got a free night, like, you can go to almost any of them. I think, didn't you one time go to Animal Kingdom or somewhere and had the s'mores that they do at the fire?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
something like that? That's a great thing for kids.
Yeah, they
Costs
do.
nothing.
You can go out at night, like right at dusk, and they have like the little fire pits, and they just give out more
Free
stuff.
s'mores. Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because it's like right at the time where some of the animals might be coming back out too. So you might get glimpses of movement out in like the savannah area. And that's
Yeah.
where it's at. So it's really cool. And we just walked up, like we were just walking around, and one of the cast members was like, would you give us like a s'more? And we're like, absolutely.
Heck yeah, I do. Yeah, that
So-
Disney s'more. Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and going to the resort hopping, we do it every time we
yeah.
go. Every trip we go, we do some resort hopping. Um, we love seeing all the different, like the last trip we took, we went to the Poly, we went to the Riviera, we went to Contemporary. We love seeing all the different resorts, and just everything's a little bit different.
Yeah,
So
I would
we go
say
to the Grand Flow at Christmas time to see the gingerbread house
gingerbread.
when they actually have it. Unlike this past year, disappointing. But I digress.
I really want to
So
go to Fort Wilderness at Christmas. That Christmas tree, I watch them put it up every year on social media. It's incredible. It's
yeah,
just
I would, and they do the
Wilderness Lodge,
is
whatever
it
it
at
is.
Halloween where they do the tour of the golf carts, where they do like a parade or something where you
Oh, I
decorate
didn't
your
know
golf
that.
cart.
That'd
Yeah,
be
they do
cool.
something like that. I think it's at Halloween or maybe 4th of July. I can't remember, but they do something like that at the cabins or whatever it is, or the whatever. I don't know. I always
Yeah,
confuse them, but
that's cool.
the campgrounds, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, I just think there's so much to see at Disney. Like we've just walked around places just to see what each one looks like. Like we walked over to
Yeah,
Saratoga Springs and just went inside just to see like the paintings they have on the walls.
yeah.
So we love that. And Gwen, for whatever reason, loves looking at flooring. Like she'll just be walking around, be like, Pierce,
It's
did you see
random.
this carpet? She's like, This carpet is amazing." Or she'll be like, did you happen to see the tile work in that big room?" And I'm like, "No, I did not see the
No,
tile
I
work in
did
that room."
not. That's
Now we're
awesome.
going
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
yeah. Man, I gotta
So
go back.
yeah. So so there's just so much to see, and like I said, everywhere's different. So we have goals to see other places on our next trip, and you know
Yeah,
we're we're always looking to see what else is different and what else is new, because Disney's always changing. So
yeah.
just because
Especially
you saw it once,
if you're on the Skyliner or on the monorail, it's easy to resort hop those ones.
yeah,
I mean, and you can hit up. There's like we talked about the boat over to Port Orleans, and then there's the walking path to Saratoga. So there's a lot of ways you can get around to these things without having to even take the buses. So consider it. I think it's fun.
yeah,
It's free. It's affordable. So
yep.
I guess that's all I got. We'll leave you with one bit of news. We have some exciting news. Um, our families, along with our friends, the McCains, have booked what will be yours and mine's family's first Disney cruise. The McCains are the experts here, so we have been defaulting to them for all info. I've never been on a cruise before at all. I was supposed to. My flights got canceled and I didn't make it. So good thing I had trip insurance. But I'm excited for it. A little
Yeah,
not cautiously optimistic, a little more
apprehensive.
nervous because I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
Apprehensive.
yeah,
Thank you. Only
yeah.
because I know how to get around Disney World easy now. That's exactly why I'm excited for it too, though. It's all brand new. It's all fresh. It's stuff I've never done. It's big stuff. We're going to both islands. So I don't know. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
I
it.
think we'll probably talk more about it in the future before we go. Some of our planning, and
Yep.
how we booked and all that kind of stuff. And we actually went with we booked it all together so we could get rooms next to each other and all that. So we went with their travel agent because they were setting it all
We
up.
did.
Um,
Yeah.
so that was a little bit different going through somebody else's travel agent. But everything so far has been really good. And yeah, like I said, we'll probably follow up here, and I don't know, at some point, and talk about our planning and some of the research. My wife has already watched so many videos on the ship we're going to be on, and we'll talk about that too later. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really exciting, and I'm slightly terrified of open water, so that makes
Yeah.
me a little nervous. But other than that,
That'll be all right.
I'm really excited. My kids immediately were like, "I don't want to go on a boat," but
Shoot.
but then
It's
we watched YouTube, like, of what it looked like, and my oldest Lily, she was like, "That doesn't look like a boat." And like, well,
no, it
no, because
doesn't.
it's ginormous. Yeah,
It's huge.
it's a
It's a
moving
building
city.
on
It's like a
it's a
floating
building
city.
on water.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to like the family time and the friend time and all that. And so And it's going to be
Yeah, me
cool
too.
because we have kids ranging the kids' years basically. So
Yeah,
my youngest will be 3 at that point, and your oldest will be
13.
13. So I mean, we're really ranging there. So it'll be interesting to see how we plan for that,
Yeah.
and then how it all works out.
Plus, we'll get some good B-roll and try to record one maybe
Oh, we got to
from
do a pod. We got that Brad
boat.
on the pod.
Yeah, that'll be his premiere. People are like,
Yeah,
bring
there
him
you go.
back, the Bradford pair.
The
Yeah.
Bradford pair. That's right.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I guess that's all we got for today. Thanks for joining. Leave us some comments. Smash the bell, hit the like, subscribe, do all the good things, and spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word and like give us your opinions and tell us where we're wrong. We love to hear how we're wrong.
We'll disagree with you, but that's fine.
Possibly.
Unless Pierce, if you're saying Pierce is wrong, then we'll agree with you.
You're probably right.
All right. With that, we'll see you next time. Peace.